This is Lucas. I'm back after a long time and not playing Uniwar for a while too. I'm trying to record game footage on my tablet now and seeing if I can draw it on the screen. So please forgive me, but I just want to see if it will show up. I can draw like this line here, divide the map in half. Nice. Okay. And I thought I'd bring you a replay from the final round of Winter SvS versus SvS 2020. I've not been following too many of the tournaments recently, but I thought SvS versus SvS would be a fun match to see. I have not seen this match before. This map has a lot of different lanes to attack. They got some roads up in the north. I can draw. Got my drawing. It's got roads up here. It's got roads up here, so you could see some marauder action back and forth. But it's kind of narrow, so I'd expect to see a lot of fuses out there too. That has good fuse terrain over here too, and then just a lot of back and forth. SvS versus SvS is a lot of just poking the other person with units like the helicopter and the marauder, and I think fuse as well also come into play on this map. So let's watch the map. It's between Stief and Overser. Let's begin. Okay, initial base caps and kills out. They're going for a marauder. That's good for any other person. And red is going to build a fuse up there. The other thing that's important to note about this is cities. Stealing city income would be very good. He's stolen city income down at the bottom. There's some stolen city income. There's no way for red to counter that this turn, so he can sit on that city as long as he's safe and get some extra credits. And it looks like red's going to go for one of these two cities in the north. We'll see how the match continues. Moving the fuses up. The fuses are very vulnerable, so they usually stick to the reef and the swamp tile. That's what I do. Sometimes you see the key with the fuse is you do not want it to get hit, unless it's fighting another fuse, and that's decently acceptable. But otherwise it just shatters. So he moved his marauder back. I'm not sure why, because I don't think red could have finished him off, but I guess he doesn't want to take the health hit on it either. He's pushing up to the center match. This is a fast-paced match, so red has moved up here, and it looks like he's going to begin an attack, and blue has brought out a helicopter. This is what you call poking, so he just poked him. The best type of poking that you can do is kill a unit and retreat your units at the same time, but he doesn't have this health, and he's going to heal back on that health tile in the back. Looks like we're going to get some helicopter shots in. That's another poke. What's red? Red is Overser. So Overser is not killing any units yet, and usually you want to hit to kill, but he's providing decent damage without taking too much himself, so we'll see. And Steve just retreats his damaged units back, and he's going to take that city again, the city credit in the bottom. Sorry, drawing takes a lot more time than I like. And he's going to do his first poke and kill a marine. So there's a lot of back and forth like that in that space. And Overser finds it useful to hit the marauder on the city, kind of force him off. The marine is not strong enough to take him off the city, and I think the marauder can even counterattack and kill the marine. So Steve just wants to sit on the city for credit, he's going to get it. And then it looks like he's going to attack the frontline marauder too. Overser has not been able to get some kills yet, and that helicopter is going to heal up on the med tile very soon. So it looks like he's retreated again. expand off the city. He doesn't want to risk it. Oh, I guess there's a fuse behind there that could have gotten him, so gotta play it safe. Both players playing it safe, building up more. Out comes tank. Tank is very good because it will block a lot of marauders. Can't really get around a tank very well. He's got but he lost a tank fully out there and always able to take back with the marauder. So that was a good poke. You can leave behind lower credit units. And Stief is kind of leading with more helicopters, and he's doing a really good job of taking the city credits when he can with the marauder. It can make a difference in a close game, depending on how many times you're able to hold a city, even if it's just for a couple turns. But Overser is gonna try and whittle down those marauders, and it looks like he loses a helicopter, and Stief is going in to really protect that city, so he can get more units. He has a third helicopter out on the board. Overser does not have a lot of units to deal with that because he hasn't built a lot of helicopters. So he's going to counterattack at the bottom. I think that's a good idea. Really pushing all of his units and forcing Stief to come back and defend his base instead of defending that city up there. Stief comes back with a good counterattack. He killed a lot of marauders, and he's pulled ahead over 1,000 credits in the kill count. So this will be really hard for Overser to come back. And Overser is going to continue counterattacking, continue his push, and build another tank to kind of shore up his defenses in the north. But I don't think it's enough. Stief still has 3 helicopters on the board, and he's got a lot more marauders. He was able to get in and get that vulnerable bopper, and Overser's units are kind of, how do I say, isolated, I guess. So he's going to retreat back and go on full defense mode, but there's not much he can do at this point. He's lost a lot of units, and Stief is still above him by 1,000 credits, which is pretty much like 2 helicopters worth. Helicopters are really strong in SvS. And he's going to take that tank health down a lot. Let's see. And Stief wins. Surrender. So I'm guessing Stief probably won the other game. Oh. This is the mirror. And I just wanted to make a quick video, so we don't have time for that today, but